Look at me. Alright. We're back for more Final Fantasy XIV today. Also so happens to be Valentine's Day, which is why I got this getup on and I am a goose and not a person. So, you know, you gotta live with that. Yeah, let's get started. Supposedly there's a Valentine's Day event, but I think even though the level, oh my god, I forgot that I had that shirt. You look dumb. You look so stupid. See, we have glamours, and I think I can disenchant them and stuff, but all that cost stuff. So I kind of want to save those for when I get better things, but I feel like that's always going to be the case, right? Right? Because I don't know, maybe I should use them now just so I don't have to look at this. But I feel like I'm going to get a new one pretty fast, so like, we're still very low. We're only in our 20s right now. So like I was saying before, there is a Valentine's Day event. I don't think I can actually get there right now because I'm just not far enough in the story to be able to travel across across regions. Because it's over in Gridania, but I'm in Ulda. Where did I end? I was over at this, what was I doing? Also, why is this here? Let's put this out to the side for now. Flame Scout, Grim Undertakings, Rotting Noble. Impish Implications. Eh. Oh, Tutisi's here. Did I already do this one? Well, Gustav, have you found my pretty posies? Oh, yeah, that's right. This is one of the things that we did before we stopped. I found those flowers near that one weird dude. Ah, gorgeous. Well done, well done. I know not what's in this rotting goober carcass. Gooboy. But it makes the loveliest damn flowers I've ever laid eyes on. Well, when it comes to offerings, they say the rarer the flower, the happier the dead. And Althic lavender is nothing if not rare. I'll be having these to turn a pretty profit when the next burial is held at the Lich Yard. Ah, ever the enterprising one, aren't you? Must be nice. Forget if there's anything like immediately near here that I haven't picked up yet. Also, holy shit. What the fuck? Just moving over for the brothers to catch his scent. How can you be so cool? I mean, he's right, though. You probably shouldn't be outside. Oh my god, I didn't realize that's what it was called. Welcome to the eternal sleep. Bruh. What in the goddamn? Yo, his fucking name. Look at the comeback here. Casco Churro? Really? Fuck. That's amazing. That's too good. Shit, have I gone on here? Is this where I was before I got back out? Oh, he's fucked up. Yeah, this is where I was. I probably should go back for that other thing. Hold on a second. Let me out. Where the talent? Ula steps annulled. Ooh, okay. Here come the usual dancers. We're missing somebody, though. Usually there's 3. Big old gathering over here. As usual. Ooh, oops. Oh, look at... Whoa. That's pretty. There's like a whole Valentine's thing here. Lord have mercy. What the hell is this? Oh, there's music here. House Valentine Butler. Good morrow to you, adventurer, and may the flowers of her love ever blossom in your heart. If you should desire to learn more about Valentine's Day's festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall only be too eager to share with you everything I know. What's with all the hearts? Stupid! We, the proud Ishgardian House of Valentine, spread ourselves across Eorzea this day in the hope that we might give budding sweethearts the courage to take their first steps together. The festivities are taking place in Gridania. If you wish to take part, pray go there and seek out Lisette de Valentine, a lady of the house. We will see to it that you do not want for ardor and affection in this season of love. I don't think I can get there. Koopka Koop. Koopka Koop or Cup? Lady Lisette is a direct descendant of Countess Arabelle de Valentine, and her very image both in beauty and in spirit. Whether it is her tireless exhortations or simply her captivating presence, there is none who stokes the fires of passion in Eorzean hearts more than she. Men want her and women want to be her, and many the other way around. But how can my words do justice to such a light as hers? If you wish to learn more of my lady, pray speak to her in Gridania. She is ever eager to meet new faces, provided they are willing to submit to her, oh Jesus, command. Yikes. Let's see, it's a time of celebration when we honor life of the Countess Arabelle de Valentine, a high lady of Ishgard who struck out against her life of cosseted detachment and risked all in pursuit of pure and all-consuming love. In the years after her countess's passing, a tradition became established among the Ishgardian populace. Every year at this time, they strive to emulate her passion and her bravery by plucking up their own courage and bestowing a token of love upon an object of their affections. Astrid. Lady Astrid belongs to the newest generation of House de Valentine's emissaries. As a relative of Lisette de Valentine, the desire to see others' hearts skip a beat runs in her noble blood. If you would aid this diminutive avatar of love in her efforts to saturate the realm in ardor and affection, then you need but travel to Gridania to make yourself known to her. And a Koopka, a Moogle who has labored long in the ways of love, by traveling hither and thither and even yon to deliver missives and packages to the realm, all in the name of ardor and affection, of course. Many are those who make wishes upon his heart-shaped... I didn't see the M for a second. The heart-shaped palm, as he pray for a love to be requited, or for their heart's desires to be realized. He is first and foremost an emissary, however, so should you require a special delivery to a special someone, it is him you ought to turn. How the hell do I go there right now? I don't think I can. Oh my god. Okay, no, actually, those guys are always there. Independent importer. Hearing gear. Elizen gear? Like racial gear? Is that what that is? It's all shitty. Is this just like the base gear? Like if you just wanted it for, like for whatever reason, if you just wanted it to have like the look or whatever. Wow. Wait, where am I going right now? It says it's all okay. was like, Jesus. Oh, it's all done up in here too. Very pretty. Some of them, some of the banners are a little much though. Hello there in a moment. Oh, what's that? Oh, goldsmith. Duty, honor, and country. Oh, I'm close to the thing that I was gonna do here anyway. Let me go do it. Oh, that old familiar feeling is here? Shit. Alright. Run, motherfucker! Run! Ah! Oh jeez, I almost jumped. It's just like, nope, that's not the right place. Oh god, don't tell me it's down. I'm gonna cry. Oh, it sure is. Wait a second. Mistakes may have been made, because that's not what I was going towards. I was trying to go to... Son of a bitch. Hold on. This is why we use the stones. Fuck it. Let's put me here. Oh my god. Fine. Hey, you. Ah, an adventurer. One of my favorite kinds of people. Hold on a second. Yeah, in a moment. I have a feeling that I may have made a mistake. No. No! No, that's the wrong thing. I made a boo-boo. That's the wrong door. Just put me over here. Talk to you. Everyone is waiting for you, adventurer. Part of this one, yes, okay. Technically, I'm still ahead of things. Golden ring. There's actually... Wait, do I have a ring on already? What? Hold on a second. Wait a moment. What the hell? Inventory. Well, not inventory, character. Okay, no, that's what I wanted to see. Weathered ring. Soul crystal. I have 2 rings, right? Oh, ring of fidelity, which is magic and defense. And then vitality 1, and then this is strength 1, vitality, and mind, dexterity, and damn. What the hell did I get that? Direct hit rate and blunt resistance. Eh. Does it surprise you to see me dressed so, Gustav? I was once a Sultan Sworn, you know? Though it has been 15 years since I put down my sword and took up the role of Station Master. It is a capacity in which I am no less proud to serve, lest you doubt. Whenever Her Grace ventures outside the gates, I had the honor of protecting her person. Never before have I seen her so despondent as when the news of the crown's theft reached her ears. But thanks to your valiant efforts, she has returned to her former brave self. You have the gratitude of every Sultan Sworn, Gustav. Wait a second. Why is that in Japanese? Well, didn't I have this in English earlier? Did I forget? Did I fuck it up?
そなたか。わらわのために尽力した冒険者というのは。礼を言いに来た。褒めて使わすぞ。この度の褒美の品じゃ。取っておくがよい。
Of course, they did not hesitate to make her sound like an entire child. ナウバーンや。はっ。
後日に晩餐会が予定されておったであろう。この
仰せの通り。
That dude is damn big.
貴様が噂の冒険者か。ウルダ派のために活躍しておるそうだな。
The hell kind of swords are those?
我が輩はラウバーン・アルディン。七も女王陛下のもとでウルダ派の祭りごとを担う者だ。貴様のような有能な冒険者が我が国を訪れたことは良好に尽きる。女王陛下の仰せだ。ぜひとも晩餐会に出席してほしい。
なんと素晴らしい。
では待っておる。それからこれからもウルダ派に力を貸してくれたまえ。貴様にクリスタルの導きがあらんこと。
Oh, and off she goes. Alright. Well, that's a little weird. I don't remember changing that, like, at all. Because actually, originally, the cutscenes were in English. Voice, ambient sounds. Did I, like, scroll on something on accident when I was looking through the settings? And just, like, not realize? Game settings, other settings. Yeah, language. How the hell did that happen? There we go. Thank you. Oh, I would like to speak with you regarding the Sultana's invitation. Ooh, what's this? Voice of the Just. Prepare ceremonial earrings to be worn by all attending the Sultana's royal banquet. Ow. By the 12, Gustav. For an adventurer to receive a personal invitation from Her Grace is unprecedented. Seats at these banquets are offered only to the most distinguished individuals. You'll be dining with some of the most influential people in Ul'dah. There are, of course, certain protocols that must be observed. But I am with no authority on them. Fear not, however. Mistress Momody has long been responsible for familiarizing foreign guests with our customs. Pray return to the quicksand and speak with her. She will tell you all you need to know. Yep, gotta go back to Mama Mo. These guys are like, what the fuck? Why do you get to do shit? How dare? That bitch doesn't even have a shirt on. It's bullshit. There's one. Where's the other one? It's not that. I fucking seen it. No, I don't. Actually, that'll probably be easier. Let me look at it through this. So, supposedly Merchant Strip. What's the closest thing to it? Weaver's Guild I never hit? Really? Huh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we're at the Alchemist one. What vehicle is Ul'dah? That's a matter of tradition. Well, all of them. So the closest one is this one, Gladiator's Guild. Oh god! Which actually, I should probably stop in. I don't know if there's anything else I can necessarily... Yeah. Mila. I knew I was right to send you, Gustav. You done us proud. 7 hells, this place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on his swordplay like this? Y'all stinky! Aldous. Ah, this is that guy that we ran into before. You remember me? How goes it, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster? You. Good to see you too, Mila, my dear. You're more beautiful than I remember. You're alive? Where have you been all these years? Answer me! Me? Well, if you must know, I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. Damn it, Aldous, this is serious. We all thought you were dead. And for you to just walk in here as though nothing had ever happened, have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down where you stand. Oh, that's the Mila I remember. All fire and brimstone. I knew that pretty face could still contort itself into some terrifying shapes. Ah, don't pout, girl. I'm just having fun. But as you wish, I'll go. Gustav, was it? Why don't you join me at the quicksand? Oh, geez, everything just leads back to there, huh? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. You girl mad. That bastard. Why now, after all these years? Oop, right. Where did I actually come up out of here from? Here we go. Alright. Adventurers Guild. Oh! Let's get back here. I'm honestly a little surprised that none of those decorations are on this. When I first saw those earlier, I thought it was actually on the guild house itself. So Aldous is here. Why is he shining? What the fuck? Battlecraft list, fieldcraft, tradecraft, information on list though. Welcome back, Gustav, and congratulations on your invite to the big soiree. To be honest, I never imagined I'd be explaining these procedures to you. It's usually only foreign dignitaries who get to hear me prattle on and on about royal traditions. Any road, I know you're a busy man, so I'll keep it short and sweet. In accordance with ancient custom, all guests to this banquet are required to wear a pair of ceremonial earrings, made especially for the occasion. They're meant to symbolize... actually, forget about that. This is meant to be the short version. Being of a design unique to the location, the earrings served as a security measure. The Sultan's sword won't let you near the hall without them. Your set should be ready and waiting for you over at the Goldsmiths Guild. Mr. Serendipity is expecting you. Serendipity, really? So you'll want to head down there now. Once you got them, bring them back here and we'll continue. What's with you? Ooh, duty calls. Commence battle for the old familiar feeling levels in a sync. Oh, damn. If you're about the match level 1, the sync of falls. Alright. Are we gonna fight this dude? Or are we gonna help him with something? Oh, you came. Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Mila. The sword of Nald back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Gustav. You're good with a sword, that's plain to see. But more than that, you've got purpose. There's a fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize a kindred spirit. Look at those old textures, goddamn. Geralt named her Frenzy. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged at the Colosseum Champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Gustav, Uh-oh. The hells? There's a fucking fight. Who the hell are these guys? Escumi? Oh shit. Oh damn. These goobers again. Eldest Sword of Null, we've come for your head. If you do that, then how the hells am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool, prepare to meet your maker. Shoot the mug, please. Well, ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorless fellas? Up for a bit of fun? I'll lead, you follow. These guys seem like a smaller crew than the last, so that's fine. Here we go. They're in the... Oh, I was like, they're in the floor? No. They're just tiny. Damn, there's a lot of you. Alrighty. Didn't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Let's continue this another time, shall we? I need to find a new place to drink. One with more attractive company than this sorry lot. Alrighty. Watch yourself, adventure. These people obsess over coin and ever scheme against their brethren. Even nature conspires against us here. The heat is unbearable in the sand. Gods, the sand! If it finds its way into every crack and crevice. Ugh. That man don't like no sand. Go check that. Get out of my way. Oh yeah. Steps of Thal Goldsmith, right? Let's go there. Get our shit. That's not the door. Did I miss where I was supposed to? Hold on. No, that's a jeweler. Oh, son of a bitch. Was this it and I just fucking walked out the wrong thing? Nah, this is a Coliseum. This is where I'd normally be. Hold on a second. There we go. Look, did I just hit the wrong thing? Jeez. Greetings! Is there something I can help you with? Ah, Gustav, your earrings are right there. I crafted them myself, I'll have you know. I think you'll be very pleased. In case Mr. Smobody didn't warn you, the box is locked and I am not permitted to give you the key. It's a final safeguard, you see. Only designated individuals are authorized to distribute the earrings to guests. In this instance, the person in question is none other than Mr. Smobody, so... so you will need to ask her to open the box on your behalf. Pardon the inconvenience, but the Sultan's Sword take her Grace's safety very seriously. Let's get back. No familiar feeling. Whew. Oh, tiny. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Did I touch your earrings yet? I sure did. Why is it in a box? Get him out of there. Let me just... Well, looks like the guildmaster outdid herself with this pair. You'd best take good care of these earrings. If they fell into the wrong hands, God knows what might happen. Which is... Why would you say that? Why would you jinx me like that? That sounds like that's exactly what's gonna happen now. Like, what the hell? Now then, I hope you're feeling sociable, Gustav, because you're about to hobnob with Ulda's elite. Let me know when you're ready to head to the banquet. I guess we're doing it now. Okie dokie. Mama! This is it, Gustav. Your big debut in Ulden's high society. The banquet is being held in the fragrant chamber. Head over to the Royal Promenade, and Bartholomew will show you in. Oh, but be sure to put on your earrings first, or he'll send you packing. Right, well, I reckon that's everything. Try not to let all the pomp and ceremony get to you. Just be yourself, and you'll be fine. I feel like I should put on a shirt. Oh, shit. Funny enough, though. Oh, I was like, why is the music different? What the hell's going on? That's right. Do. I don't think any of this... Well, that's for die. Oh. Your conversation with Aldous is interrupted when a gang of sellswords report the Mila. Wait, what? Oh, shit. You know what? Actually, I should do that, because look at that. Yes! And it's better than what we have! Okay, I'm going there. Wait a minute. I can get a shirt again. Run, 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 run. Here we go. Get in there. Alright. Milo, give me a shirt. Help. My apologies, Gustav. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but then that idiot arrived. I completely forgot. He's just so infuriating. Ahem. The shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without the need for a ranged weapon. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn into fucking Captain America? Is that what you're telling me? What the fuck? Since we gladiators are primarily close-range fighters, the ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field, Gustav. Okie dokie. Oh, so these are the options. I mean, is there any one that's like more than the other? I guess the gauntlets would be. Direct hit rate, strength. Strength, tenacity. I mean, I still want this. Shield lob, and then we get a sword. And the sword's actually worse than... It's worse, but I don't know if our current sword has a materia slot. I don't know how big of a deal that is really, but, you know. Give me a shirt. Da, 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 da. We learned a new thing. I can throw my pot at somebody. Well, I still got something going. Dirt. No, not that. Not that. Doesn't really mesh with anything else we have, but you know what? We're covered. Good with that. Actually, yeah, the short iron sword actually does have a slot on it as well. So eventually when we get into that more, we'll be able to put some... What do you got going on here? Face of Thal. First sword Mila has an urgent task for you. Ooh. Carnage sword? Carnage sword is worse because I fucking bought a sword. I bought a sword and all this other shit is just like, nope. Ooh, that shield's a lot better though. Iron Lantern shield? Fuck yeah. Iron Cuirass. Might even get this Salata. Because that's a pretty good jump in and of itself. I don't like that the armor sets are so optional. The gauntlets have the biggest jump from one to the next, so maybe we'll do those. Anyway. Gustav, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded. I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure us out into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When last he contacted us by link pearl, he said he'd seek shelter at the coffer in the coffin. Take this potion and search for him there. He's either gonna be fucked up or just dead. Also, I think Coffering... Where is Coffering Coffin? Thonolin. Central Thonolin. I need to go to the doo-doo. Hold on. Not the plaza. I think the burbs are over here. I could also just teleport. Horizon, Ula Steps and Null, Blackbrush Station. Actually, yeah, that'd probably be our best bet. And away we go. Hello. Buttermoon. Why do I have a feeling I hit the wrong thing? Let them eat cactus. Face of Thal. Yeah, that's where we're going. Where's my new skill, by the way? Oh, it's up here. Control 2. Definitely gonna have to be clicking on the... Can I make this bigger, by the way, or is this just... Well, I guess it's just the row. So there's no way for it to be bigger. That would make sense. Injured gladiator. Is this our guy? Looks like it. What the hell happened to you? Help me. I can't feel my... Oh, I don't even want to know how you're gonna finish that sentence. Just drink the potion. Suck it up. Thank you, brother. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. I don't know if I like that the music just cut off like that. I think it's because it's gonna turn nighttime soon. In game. Wait, did we skip a quest here? Suspicious character. Oh, we're investigating. Never mind. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first, I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the silver bazaar. Does that help? Okay, one witness. One witness. Two witness. Where's two witness? Two witness. Two witness inside. Boonga boonga. No? No. Go down a moment. Is this another one for the face? Okay, yeah. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, point of ambush. We're just investigating a spot. Okay. The point of ambush. Let's see. Some sort of ring? And then the other person is near a survivor rats? The hell is it? That's a big old tortoise. Oh, is it these guys? Oh, okay. I think I know what that is then. They attack this spot and then we gotta... Yeah. I don't really need to do that right now. I need you guys to just tell me the thing. Enemies on the western front. Ah, shit. Ah, shit me. I got time for this. Fine, whatever. Stop running. Stop running. Alright. That dude called a whole ass bird. You know what? I think I'm dumb. Actually, this other dude might be down here. Ow. Yeah, there he is. I'm just stupid. The fellow outside? I heard him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. I was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded. Just thought he was drunk. Purple robe. That sounds familiar. Aye, it was him. I'd swear it. Did you find anything else? Scorpion ring. Metal ring engraved with a scorpion, a tail poised, ready to strike. Picked this up at the tracks, eh? Well, might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen it this, seen its like before. Might be a Wyman who could tell you more. You know him, right? He's a bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wyman. I'm sure he'll know something about it. What is it we can buy here exactly? I think it's just food, right? Alright, so back to the town. To the steps of Nuld. Away! Okay. Oh, you just so happen to be hanging out here, huh? Oh, this is that one weird dude that we saw when we first got here. Well, now, if it ain't Gustav, everyone's favorite adventurer. I hear you threw your lot in with the gladiators. Questionable decision, given the events of recent days. But to each his own. So what do I owe the pleasure? Oi, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells did you get one of those rings? What, don't you recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards you'll be lurking within. Been a long time since Ulda has seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quick as the Alacron. Word is that they've got connections with the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear it from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into, understood? Reduce your body in anything. Oh, it actually says. I was like, how much am I blowing through here? Hopefully not a lot. Let me get back there. Ooh. Hello. I don't think there's anything in particular here. Oh shit. Put on the voice of the jest and speak to Bartholomew. Actually, hold on. Let me figure that out first, because I should have just Oh, weathered earrings. Weathered earrings, strength and talent. Actually, yeah, that gave me a fair amount. Do these give me anything? No, it's just for this. Just for the quest, to be honest. Kinda sucks, but whatever. Just part of what we gotta do. Speaking of things you gotta do, I need to fucking go back because I'm dumb. Oh my god. I was like, surely I gotta go tell that guy. No, not important. Not important. I was like, oh shit, why did that make a noise? Eh. We'll get here. Alright, Mila. Oh, Gustav. I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? Member of the Alcaran. His attackers may be headed to the Silver Bazaar. The Alacran. I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed to the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The peoples living in there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians, and a few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Gustav. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charged into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster, would never risk the lives of her charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alacram we're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thanalin. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own. Is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave, Aldous. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila. I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you... Dan, do you even care about the people who suffer because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait. There's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out. Damn. Alright. Save some of that for the Alacran. But do not try to let Gustav here come to harm while you're at it. Ah, shit. Your girl mad. So we're gonna go over to the Silver Bazaar, Western Thanalin. Do I even have a spot for that, or like close to that? I guess Horizon, and we'll just go from there. Woo! Let me take a gander here. Holy shit. That's a bunch of things that I can't do. Gotta love it. Faithal Order, Silver Bazaar. Can I get there from here just by Boyd? Maybe. There we go. Whee! Let's kick back for a sec. And place looks about as dreary as ever at night. The sky's all covered up too. Oh shit. Yeah, hopefully you guys are doing alright. Perhaps doing some Valentine's Day related things. I ended up having work today, so took care of some stuff at home and then just headed out. Also, really couldn't do much the other day because we had a fucking, like, what the hell did they call it? It was like a flash blizzard of sorts. God damn, there's a word for it that they were using yesterday that I can't remember. But like, low visibility and everything. So I was gonna try to do some delivery before we started, but that wasn't gonna happen. The funny thing is that I also found out that I'm gonna have like Friday and Monday off because they're gonna be doing like I think breaks before exams. And then I just saw a report that we're gonna get another blizzard like on Wednesday, like Wednesday into Thursday. So that might carry on into that day, who knows. Spotted Meadow. But the shitty thing is that also means I can't really do much delivery wise over the weekend either to make up for it. There you are, Gustav. All that to say that I just can't wait for winter to be over. Being in the Midwest sucks. Don't come here if you don't have to. There you are, Gustav. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I should probably put my other earrings back on. Alright. I'm ready. I like how it says it might actually sink you. Is it gonna sink me upwards then? Also, if we're at the point where this is like 23 and I'm at 24, having to be synced to it. many particle effects going on, I can't even see shit at the time. Like, damn, dude. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours! Huzzah! And she gets shot. Yeah, who's this? Hmm? Who could it be? What? But why would you be? Lead on us, First Sword. Oh, they're gonna get... No! Stop! Oh, oh shit! Ooh. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the First Sword is made of stronger steel. Leave Rosanna, or our business here is over. He's got the other blade that guy was talking about. What? What have you done, Leovold? First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Ah, shit. Just when we thought we had it, shit got ugly. Just like knocked out here, snoring, bruh. There's nothing else really over here other than a couple of these events. And the Love Med itself. Can probably just head back home. The steps of Node. Honestly, I should probably put my my thing back there, just so I can do the return on occasion. Save myself some gil here. Accidentally attuned with that other one. I didn't really mean to do that. Already says home point. Oh shit. Wait a minute. I just realized. I keep leaving here, but I don't really have to leave here. Whoa. Okay, that's not the right thing either. Regular Ethernet. There we go. Let's try to finish this. This is a meat shield. Give me a moment, Gustav. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew, Aldous? That Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the Bolin of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seemed like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leopold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldous? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila. I promise. I'ma take these. Thank you. Sword and shield. Well, I'll take the shield for sure, because the shield's actually better than what I got. Now I don't gotta use the bronze pot lid anymore. That's the wrong thing. This is the correct thing. Yes, yes. So we went from cutting board to a slightly more metal cutting board to a cooking lid, and now we got this thing. These. Boop. Wow, those are not the color I thought they were gonna be. Also, that buckler seems like it's a little bit thicker, but a little bit smaller. A little shiny though. Wait a second. Whoa, locked? Why lock? GLA. Oh, okay. Trial Gilliv. Report to Eastern Thailand, the law one. Okay, let me go put those earrings on then. There we go. Boop. Where is that rock? Oh, that's for the Coliseum itself. I kind of wish the Coliseum was, like, real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind having that just to, like, throw down against, like, neat boss repeats or whatever. Royal Reception. Are we actually already closer, like, to it? It kind of seems that way. No, Husting Strip. Alchemist Guild, Chamber of Rule. Maybe close to Chamber of Rule? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go! Can I just like yeet myself? Or is it further down, or is it actually on this level? I think it's just like across here. What is this? Merchant Strip. Airship landing. I wish I could actually use that, but you know what? Whatever. Is it actually showing on my character? Oh yeah, they are. Look at that. Fancy. Hey, he's got the cutting board. A banquet hosted by Her Grace the Sultana is due to begin shortly. Attendance is by invitation only. Please make way for arriving guests. We are honored to receive you, my lord. Please proceed inside. Did my fucking video just blink over here? I hope not. Hey, look at that little goober. What you got? Blah, 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 blah.
All hail the Sultana! Your Grace.
Raoban? By right of the royal
Just picked their little ass up. I
Nina,
wasn't expecting that.
17th of my line, have summoned you here. We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Uldar and dear friend to the crown. Honored guests, I give you our champion.
Oh yes, the chosen one, of course.
I bid you enjoy the feast.
Not to spoil your appetite, but Uldar is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe. While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets.
I mean, that's been made perfectly clear to us. I don't know if you mean to recruit us to fix that or what.
Nor can her grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the syndicate who derive their wealth from the workers' poverty. Beneath her mask of stately serenity, she is aghast at the plight of her subjects. But there will be no hope for the masses until the crown is restored to power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for Uldar. But there is so much more to do.
Wouldn't be an MMO if there wasn't.
That light, what is it?
They put a fucking crystal in my body.
Almost like by the 12. Tell me true, have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether?
Maybe, perhaps even exactly
Yes,
that.
You are like they were.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Allow me to explain. Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the primals. Though they were not of this land, when the Garlean Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the 3 grand companies.
I'm assuming that they're talking about the previous players. From before the reform.
And they stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago, the day we lost them. None who survived have forgotten the hero's sacrifice, nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us.
I like that this guy's just getting down and this dude's like, you fucking suck. Just laugh at
And in
him.
our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare.
And a lot of bizarre gear. Where did they even get it?
It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light. When I look at you, I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve. You must protect that crystal at all costs. It is a gift from Hydaelyn, Mother of All, and one she gave to you for a reason. Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
I guess we'll find out. Or we can be both. Oh god, my heart. Nope, my brain. Even worse. Let me guess, we're gonna fucking pass out after we see the stream. Oh boy. Who the hell dropped the Death Star on the planet?
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas.
Barrack.
Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
What kind of Legends of the Hidden Temple shit is that?
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
It's kind of wild that there's an entire campaign that we only see in flashbacks.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh shit!
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
As one would expect, it ain't looking great though.
We are being watched.
Who could it be? It's me. Oh damn. Meanwhile,
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
nah, he did.
Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
The enemy is nearby.
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Uh-oh.
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
Snake!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
Ah shit, they got Minoski particle interference.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
Not to mention, withdrawal to what? Do you see how fucked it is out here?
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
Oh, check out that that shield too.
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
I like the idea that she's saying that while like her voice is blotted out by fucking just magic raining from the sky.
This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? go to take our place beside Archon Louisoix. To your positions.
Ooh. Oh, Bahamut. Okay. So that's... I should have figured when I saw the fucking lasers of death. So they just sicked Bahamut on the entire field. Yeah, that's his attack, all right. It's just a bunch of flares. Oh lord. Well, that's peachy. Yeah, we just collapsed in the middle of a fucking banquet. Okay. How you feeling, Gustav? Look at you all done up. No. They said you fainted in the middle of the general stories. I had to have you carried back to the hourglass. I reckon you made quite an impression on your fellow guests, though probably not the sort you intended. If you're getting enough rest... Are you sure you're getting enough rest, Gustav? The life of an adventurer can be pretty taxing. So, us doing that right in front of him probably, like, further confirmed his suspicions. Any road, I'm glad to see you're back to normal. No offense, but looking after you was getting a bit tiresome. How long have I been out, then? Oh, before I forget, the general left a message for you. Said that when you were feeling up to it, you should come and see him over at the Hall of Flames. Probably wants to finish the story I was telling you when you fell asleep. Well, I'm glad you're all nonchalant about this. Never mind my fucking migraines and constant fainting. In my house! The unending journey. Ding ding. Yeah, I don't have retainers. I'm still a baby. Where did that? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a moment. Oh, this is the wrong door. Fuck. As cute as it is, not what I'm trying to do. Not what I'm trying to do right now. Let me get back. This is it, right? Yep. Yeet. I need to go talk to Raban. The Hall of Flames. Have I been, like, close enough to where that is? Why do you pugilist? Question Thonolin. Color your world. Royal reception. Is it at the steps? Wait a second. Oh god, that's why, because it's fucking buried in all this other shit. It's like literally down the street. Whatever. Let's go there. Woo! I wish you could zoom in that map as well. It's like half the reason I couldn't see that. Whoops. Run you! Use your tiny little adventurer feet. I might be getting ahead of myself. Wait a second. Yep, I sure am. I'm stupid. I'm gonna let you guys know, as I always do, that I have a horrible sense of direction. I'm gonna do that a lot. I've been waiting for you, Gustav, and trust you're fully recovered. Good. Because there's much work to be done. Work that I would have you do. Well, damn. You just got... What are you? What is that? Is that a tiny little shark baby? What the fuck? The Major General? Hmm? Look at him. He's just a big old shark head with tiny feet. Some of the pets in this game are hilarious. Listen well, Gustav. This will take some time to explain. Bond means to entrust you with a task of the utmost import. And we get a wind-up... What? Wind-up airship. Oh, that's kind of cool. Why did we get a pet for that? I guess because we're going to talk about the ships. Are we going to get sent out? Yo! Yeah, Ulden Envoy. Yes. This is what I needed. This is what I was looking for. That's what it's all about. Oh. I prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Orsian Alliance. Now get the hell out of here. 5 years ago, we looked on powerless as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at no. First by the Garleans, and then by the thrice damned Primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think about my fallen comrades. And of the warriors of light of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. And remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartnell with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you out as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it? I mean, yeah. Then it's agreed. You will journey to Yes! We're going to Grenania. I can do the stupid Valentine's thing. And Limsa Lominsa is my official representative. Now that's a great many moms to travel, but I have neither the time nor patience to wait around while you do it on foot. Ooh. Yes, I have a passport now. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connected to the 3 city-states to pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case. Though there were others who insisted that you be granted one regardless. Aye, Gustav, I am not alone in seeing it. Wait, did Thancred also vouch for us then? Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm of which the warriors of light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Gustav, and heed the crystal's guidance, should you ever lose your way. Okie dokie. There's a lot of... Flame personnel officer. Was there something else that we could do here? I don't remember, actually. Immortal Flames officer charged with assisting the Order of Independent Companies on a free company. Oh, yeah, that's right. Guilds and stuff. Found a free company and learn about free companies. There's something I forgot that I need to remember. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Also, I don't know if there's actually a crystal close enough to this stupid thing. I'ma find out. Do. Oh, I gotta speak to Momodi first. Sapphire Exchange, Goldsmith's Guild. Is it close to Chamber of Rule? Merchant Strip. Rail Promenade. And not necessarily. I'm just gonna hit this, be lazy. Woo. No, I'm coming! Oh, I gotta remember to switch on my earrings too. Ah, back from your meeting with Raban, are you? What did the big man have to say? Oh, is that a fact? She looks so happy. Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship? Bugger me, that's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, Gustav. Truly I am. Now, I dare say Raban told you this, but not many people get to go on the airships these days. In fact, most folks go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle out to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa and Laminsa's shimmering seas or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you. You'll get to see those sights and more, and everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor these experiences. For they are priceless all. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ulda ain't no place beset by troubles. Ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that'll resist sticking... who can't resist sticking his nose in other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Oh god. QDU Complex. What's going on here? What are you... Tell me now. Safe travels. I'll see you when you get back. Okie dokie. So things have opened up for us a little bit more. I don't think it's this way, but I'm still going this way. Wait a second. Nope, I was right. Okay, nope. Airship. Take me to the airboat, please. I'm going on it. Woo. Hey. Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for the passengers traveling to Limsa and Laminsa. If I'm not mistaken, you're the Flame General's envoy, Gustav the 13th, yes? Highwind Skyways, is that you, sir? Highwind. Will you be flying with us today? No. Okay, get out of the way. That's not the right one. Did they make you go to Limsa first? Oh, shit. I hope not. Fuck, I just want to go to Gridania. Lord help. I think that actually is what's gonna happen. That sucks. Was there another person in this counter that we could talk to before? I might be able to just make the trip after there. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. That sucks. I don't want to go there first. Why would you put a fucking global holiday event in one place? Ah. Oh, rivals. Alright, Zishupaf? Yes. Oh, aboard! Looks pretty fancy, though. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa and Laminsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. I forgot to change his earrings. Fuck. It's kind of fitting though. Oh, they're kicking up the theme too? Hell yeah. That is why is the balloon crooked off to the side? Hmm? When we first met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed that there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to Far Reach before long. May you always walk the light of the crystal. Extremely awkward. They were saying that it was restricted, but it is just us on there. Also, we got some strong air legs, by the way. Yo, that's just a fucking spaceship. Castrum Occidens. That's just a whole ass spaceship. What is this sci-fi fuckery going on? Excuse me? So there is an infamous scene, and I don't know if it's in the regular campaign or if it's in one of the expansions. But essentially, I think you just fight something with what's essentially a Gundam, and it might be because of these guys. This Darth Vader-esque Final Fantasy XII looking group of people.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
They even give him a fucking filtered, like...
10 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Agrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours.
But...
or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price.
They just
Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
Holy shit. Well, damn. I don't know what prompted that whole...
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
I know he's supposed to be muffled, but they could pump up his voice a little.
Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp.
I'm gonna try to adjust that maybe in the settings.
For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Van Balzar. Also, considering that they're Garlean and where that's probably based out of, the armor's definitely fitting. Look at this Power Ranger crew. Look at this motherfucker with like pile bunkers on his arms. What the fuck? Get out of here. Ooh, what the hell? Is that like the remains of Bahamut?
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
That motherfucker said Magitech. Okay.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Sounds about right.
Hey?
What hole have you been hiding in?
Don't you
We're
know?
in the midst
Oh
of
god.
preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
I like how they had to have one guy explain it. Don't you know?
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus' plan.
I find your lack of faith in the Force disturbing. Oh, you fucked up. It's another goober with a rock in his head.
My lord!
He's dead.
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
Damn, didn't take much.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate.
Is he supposed to be a mole and he just fucked up?
I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Oh. Uh-oh. Is that a fucking gunblade? It sure is.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Nero tells Scavea. Or Scava? Skyva?
At once, my lord.
Ooh.
Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Looking kind of spiffy over there. The upper decks. Alright, now it's time to immediately leave here. Surely it's just that easy. Get me back on the boat. Oh, you're wrong way. As for departures. Whoops. Hey, you. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ulda. Welcome to Laminsa, sir. Admiral... Oh my god. Blowfishman? Blowfish. I'm assuming someone's gonna say it later. Awaits your arrival. That is Admiral Blowfish. Please let me. Please just make this simple for me. Thank you. No! Wait, what do you mean, actually? I have a pass. Am I really gonna have to get one for each, like, thing? Fuck. That sucks. You're the Uldan envoy. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral is looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift as your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak to Xanthael. He will be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Alrighty. Let me down. To the drowning wench? Why is it called that? What the hell? But no, we gotta go to the hall. Alrighty. Wait. Okay. What is this? It's like a little... It's like a little Metroid. Little blooper. Very cute. I don't like that it's called a polyp, though. It's creepy. Greetings, sir, and welcome to our failure city. If you would permit me to examine the seal, the missive you carry. Okie dokie. There you go. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way.
Enter.
Ew, who could this be? Oh lord, it's... Yes.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an
Merlwyd?
adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you.
Please say your name.
This way.
She's pretty slick, though.
I bid you welcome.
What's the fucking movie that I'm thinking of that had a similar kind of character in terms of appearance? It was an old... Was it a Disney movie? Honest.
I am Melve Bluefisvin,
Bluefisvin.
Admiral of Limso Lominsa.
Ow.
And commander of the Maelstrom.
Ow. Merlin Bluefiswin. How the hell do you get that from OE? Bluefiswin.
Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service for the to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the imperial threat to the city-states that formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Legatus Nail van Darnus, Hell's Take Him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the Lesser Moon, Dalamund, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent the lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartno Flats, and there met the Vilth Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartnal, and I've seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared none but ons of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From the inside of the shell of Dalamon came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. So was the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. When Archon Lusso was still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen called forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Did it just change the night in the middle of the cutscene? Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim to Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. And this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Raban has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Ah, that was simple enough. Yes, sir. Are you just gonna give it to me, or are you just gonna send it back? Oh, they're just going. I guess it's representatives. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. Your travel next to Gridania, yes? Pray give my regards to Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. I have a feeling that that's not just in jest. Very well, Gustav. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Guide me back here, please, later on. Alright, so thankfully that's not as long as I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna have to do a bunch of quests and bullshit. We will come back, but that's not what we're doing right now. We gotta go to Gridania. Let's me back up. That way we can just have this all open, I'm assuming, after we do that. I hope. Greetings, sir. It's the counter for the passengers. Whoa. Yeah, let me out. Back on the through path for us. It's a little less ceremony this time, but that's fine. Huh, actually, now that I get a look at this place, I think this is the first place that, that someone else that I follow actually started. Was it Gridania? It seems leafy enough. Wait, is this the right thing? Okay, yeah, it is. Commercial, please. What's going on, Nashi? Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seedseer awaits your arrival. Commercial? Oh my. Wow, this is right here. Damn. Man, mama. Look at your stupid hat. Greetings, good sir. Oh no, we're just doing story stuff. I want to do the Valentine's thing too. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer waits. Beep, burp, bap, beep. Upstairs? Door? Not door. Not door. Learn to travel, fool. Yes. Man, hopefully you're doing alright. Oh, look at all this shit. Oh, nope. Don't do it. Don't talk to him. Do not. Old Gridania. Actually, shit. You know what I should have did before I left Limsa? I should have tried to find the rock. Give me this. Talk to it. Communicate with the crystal. Yes. Thank you. Want to be a carpenter? Wait. I want to say I gotta go back to Limsa if I want to learn fishing. I want to fish. I'll have to go do that later. Okay. Nope. Stop getting distracted. There's a bird. Where's this? Oh, Skywatcher. Florist. Ah. My brain. Okay, no, it's not this way. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it either. That's not it either. Ah! Ooh, Materia Master. Once bitten, twice shy, covered in roses. There it is. Ah! Fly, you fool! Oh, there's a rock here. I want that one. Oh, it's all done up here too! Yay! Shit. A stain. Is this it? This is it.
This is the thing.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that in a second. That's what I wanted to do. There's a Valentine's Day thing, and there's Valentine's Day, even though it's officially not Valentine's Day anymore. But you know what? I started when it was, so it still counts. Okay. So I have a quick thing for that. Go down. Should I do any of these? I mean, they're all like low level, but free potions are always good. Yeah, I'll do them later. Just so I have an idea of what some of this stuff is around here. Oh, another shard. Yes. Nothing like the good old Ethernet. There we go. Hey, you. You are the Olden envoy. Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Okie dokie. There you go. Have that. Verily, this is the seal of Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please, come with me. Oh, wait, you're just here. Oh, okay.
So you are the Uldan envoy.
Kanasena, okay.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
This guy's got like some fucking monster hunter spears going on. A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartno. Pray tell me, adventurer, what would you know of our conflict with the Empire? Wait, what are you doing? What do you mean forgive you? It would seem my counterparts recount the tale in some detail. That as well. Blah blah. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations of Islabard. But the northern continent, however, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past. Is that a whole... Okay, no, there was a period between continent and however, because I thought that was just a whole sentence for a second. For some 50 years past, helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Islabard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much of the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is the goddess Gaius von Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. A calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, even mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has its resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think of only which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when the last empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make this proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. What is that emote? Wait a minute. Wait, what did you do? Is this because I'm not connected here? Why is it even not connected? Nope, I don't see anything there. I don't... Nothing popped up. I have a feeling though, and this might be because of something else. Hold on a second. I'm stupid. Let me copy this. Go back to this. Woo! And we're gonna paste it. And I'm gonna go over to another thing, because I think I know what it is. But it's just not set up here because I'm stupid. Do I said? I think I can redo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ashi! What the fuck? Okay, so I think I need to figure out how this works. That's my bad though. It's supposed to come up, but it didn't because I didn't have the proper element in this scene. So we just got Breaker 3 from Aoshi. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did it tweet through our Twitter? That should be another thing I check. It did not. Why did it not? What the hell was the point of fucking setting the thing if it didn't do it? There it is. Wait, was that a second thing, or was that the same thing? It fucking came up and I didn't see it. Also, ow, my ears. Also, I'm here to crash your power, but also thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll let you know when it actually comes in terms of it being shipped. I also need to figure out if it's actually gonna do it on my my profile. There it goes. Alright, cool. Anonymous. I'm assuming probably because it just pulls like account stuff unless you're not registered. As a must-have. Yeah, which is fair. It's gonna be a long time until we have something that's similar to that again. I also just realized my fucking... Where the fuck? What the hell? I have to move this up a little bit because my hat's in the way. There we go. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. I have to look back at the bot and see if that notification came up properly. Hey, I got my boat. Alright. Airships now accessible. Yes. Honestly, I probably should have went this far in the first place. Serpent officer, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Am I in the right place? Where the hell am I? I need to go to the dip. There we go. Oh, what the hell's happening now? Gaming Emblem with the raid doing heckin' Yu-Gi-Oh again. Look at this man playing a children's card game. Look at it. Oh, hold on. Wait. I got it. I got the thing. Wait. I fucking... Yeet. Were you fucking behind me? Oh my god. Ajay. Where'd you go? Getting owned is said game though? Oof. I mean, to be fair, clan matches didn't go too well for us over the weekend. Dailies have been okay. Did your stream just end? There you are. What's going on, Ashi? Yeah. Da-da. Nice. Bitty duckbill? What the Look at a little duck. It's cute. I'm gonna do the Valentine's thing. Yeah. I just joined and no one was there. Alrighty. I'm gonna go do whatever this is. Just crash around with it. Yeah. Also, once again, appreciate Breaker 3. We're gonna try to do the event, and then we're gonna peace out. I need to do Gundam things. God, this almost makes me want to just do this instead of... Because originally I was gonna try to do, originally I was gonna try to do Reincarnation because a bunch more story came up, and I thought maybe they'd have a Valentine's Day event, but I think they just do White Day, which is a different day. Maybe not if you're doing anything special for GB3. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to go through it, probably like the main story or whatever. But, I don't know if I'm gonna have Judgment by then. Either way, we should probably fuck around in there. Lisette de Valentillon has her mitts full this Valentine's Day. Oh god. 'Tis a season of ardor and affection, and romance is thick upon the air. I, Lisette of House Valentillon, entreat you, dearest one, to breathe deep and take love's richness, its cloying, rosy radiance, into... Why did she have to say bosom? Why do we have to go with bosom? Alas, every rose has its thorns, and even the fairest of seasons is not without its trials. Indeed, trouble is afoot, and it threatens the hearts of all in this realm. BHC is set up for new type difficulty. Oh god. Yeah, that seems about right. A fellow of ours, a Moogle well versed in the myriad matters of the heart, has found himself in quite the quagmire. The sweet thing of which we speak goes by the name of Kupka Koop, and is an emissary of pen passions and all such billado. Valentine's Day is a joyous occasion, but not always so for those who acquit themselves as post-Moogles of the realm. Kupka Koop has his poor paws full, delivering heartwarming missives far and wide, hither to thither. Though he would never admit it, I fear he's at his wit's end. But you, benevolent adventurer that you are, can provide precisely what our Hirsted Herald requires, oh so desperately. Pray, lend Kupka Koop your talents and retrieve him from the edge of whereupon his wits now teeter so precariously. Work for an adventurer is a happy adventure, if I must. And just be super like edgy about it, like I don't like Gus, I'm like God, a bastard. Tiny little bastard. Marvelous! You are a hero through and through. Kupka Koop will be so relieved. I shall fetch him at once. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everybody, by the way. I got my little dapper setup here. I need to fucking... And someone remind me, because I should have did it before I started. I need to fucking link and, like, at the person that these, assets came from. I retweeted them earlier. Where are they? Oh, there it is. But yeah, pretty neat. Heroes love tedious side quests. I mean, yeah. Also, to be honest, a lot of the little side stories and things here have been pretty nice. Ah, why yours is a face I know well. No introduction is necessary, friends. For so renowned are you that I feel that I've known you all my life. My post-Moogle compatriots speak of your daring duo almost nightly, Kupo. How will they bristle into puffballs when I tell them that we are acquainted? Now then, I heard from Aster that you would help me in my hour of need, for which I am most grateful. However, it is not the work itself that vexes me, but rather a colleague of mine, a clueless courier newly inducted into our vocation. Every Valentine's Day, we emissaries are overtaxed, and this season has proven no exception. I had hoped to nip this issue in the bud by petitioning the Deputy Post-Moogle for a helping paw or two. He obliged, but has sent someone altogether worthless, an undisciplined Tiro. To make matters worse, the daft thing is plainly ignorant in the ways of the heart. You should hear the way she speaks to the clientele. What an ugly gift. Love must be blind and such nonsense. Left to her own devices, I fear she will ruin Valentine's Day, Kupo. Give the girl the axe, you cry. The impulse is very much with me, I assure you. But I can't rightly turn away the very assistance of which I begged. I would come across as the most wretched ingrate to ever have wings. Yet I haven't the time to train her, let alone the patience. Fret not, our harried herald. You are right to have sought for our help, for I have come upon this cleverest of solutions for your predicament. We shall enlist the help of our doughty adventurer, and House Valention's very own Aster to accompany said callous courier. Aster's like, excuse me? No one told me this. There are a lot more prior to Stormblood Shadowbringers, but it was needed for backstory and time sinks until new expansions rolled out. You cannot be surprised at my suggestion. Tis a most natural fit. Gustav, so skilled in so many subjects, will teach you, your assistant, the delicate art of the post. And yeah, like I know anything about that. While Aster shall instruct the Moogle in the ways of ardor and adoration. There, a splendid plan, if I do say so myself. We're gonna have to put our work over in Death Stranding to good use here. Are you both sure you're up for the task? It isn't too great a bother. What a seasonable relief indeed, Kupo. I shall bring her to you at once, for there is not a moment to lose. So I just looked through my pre-builds, the Hazel is ready again. Ah. Look at this little... Who's on the Boyd? May I introduce to you my fledgling post-Moogle, Pukti Pico, and her loyal Chocobum. Oh dear, this is rather awkward. I confess your friend's name has slipped my mind, Kupo. Salutations, one and all. As for my Chocobo, his name can't be slipped to your mind, because he hasn't one. I refer to him simply as my partner Deer, or when I'm feeling particularly silly, Bird. What's up, Bird? Finished Triangle Synergy demo on Saturday. The game is looking to be awesome. Oh yeah. Okay, real talk though. Most of the playtime for all three parts. I got 3 parts out of that shit. Most of it was legit just from the dialogue and like some of the other side stuff. It's also looking like some of the side things aren't actually fights. It's mostly just extra story and stuff. Although I appreciate that it's voiced anyway. Like a lightly used eraser, by the way. Oh god, don't remind me. The fucking fur. Look at the nose. Its nose just looks like an eraser that's like fading out of a pencil. Yeah, they have a good bit of talking, for sure. Many an acquaintance of mine has attempted to provide him a name or two, but none of them ever stick, or should I say I always forget them? In any case, you may call him whatever you like. It makes no difference, least of all to him. Look at the little bird! Oh. Your name is just Bird. That's okay. Yes, well, be that as it may, I attest Putki Pico with 3 deliveries, all of which I would ask you to join her on. There are 2... These 2 are to accompany me? Very well. Who am I to turn away whoever you are? Our first stop is the Carpenter's Guild. Bird, I shall await you there. If he can fly, why is there a bird? Who the hell are you? Actually, I feel like I should actually know who that is. We haven't really dealt with them much yet. I do like the music for these little, like, Valentine's areas, though. That is not the right thing. Carpenter's Guild. Way down here. Wait. I mean, not just eat myself, please. Is that a little black mage? Is that what that is? Look at a minion of light. That's cute. I like it. His baby. Look at the way it moves. Half of me traveling between these areas in the city is just me like,
There's another pet. Yes.
the goober, or the goober, the goobo. Yeah. It looks very, I call it the candy monster. It looks very nearish. Like the face on it looks like something like a Emil's face from that game, but just on a really freaky body. Did I attune to this? Yeah, I did. I went the wrong way. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, by the way. There you are. Oopsie. Oh, the recipient is out on an errand or some such. A pity. As for the parcel, well, since no one is available to take it, I say we just leave it in any old place. There are other assignments to be getting on with after all. I say now, hold there a moment. I am no post-Moogle, granted, but merely abandoning a package like this before a door seems a touch disrespectful. I mean, sometimes we have to do that even in DoorDash, so I don't know. You just take a picture and you gotta go sometimes. Take the GPO3 and the... Oh god, 700 A's? Jesus. Okay, we go. What we have here is a gift, an item crafted with love and care. It deserves to be treated as such. Who is it from, exactly? Played it like a Jetta? You know what? That's actually probably fair. You won with one disconnect? Oh god. There's a post on Twitter. Apparently, full team DCs are becoming more common. People are starting to gripe about them and stuff. It was a quick 2. Nice. A young woman, if memory serves, daughter to the man meant to receive this. Oh, yes. And there was something about her training at the Culinarians Guild. Culinarians? I think my memory is hazy. We won't want anyone to steal the parcel. Might as well just go find him then. You make an interesting point. This man is out on an errand, yes, and since he is with the Carpenters Guild, it stands to reason he's out collecting lumber. And from the Botanist Guild, like as not. We shall start our search there for Valentine's Day's gifts must be delivered straight to the recipient's hands. Wait, am I following it? Oh, they're just taking off. Okay. Botanist Guild. Okay, this way. Is there a rock here? That's a big rock. Hold on a second. No, that's the other one I already did. Pretty near melee damage to the Mark II now. Damn. Not bad at all. Yeah, we were doing some... I was doing some Hazel Custom during our Brawl stuff after Clans. And, had some pretty decent matches in it and rated besides. I think I'm between that and the Jagan D for, the general spot for when we do Clans again this weekend. I gotta remember to actually do the ready up post for that though. Practice is gonna be tomorrow, by the way. Usual time, I think like at 10 Eastern. There you are, you little goober. Loitering Carpenter. Start compliments to Hazel or whatever else is there. Yeah, much better Gym 3 for sure. A delivery for you, sir. You weren't at the guild when we came calling, so we took the liberty of tracking you down. Alright, give it here then. Oh, what's all this? Valentine's Day chocolate. Now this is a surprise. My daughter is an apprentice at the Culinarians Guild, you see. I had heard she'd been selected to make the chocolates for the festivities this year, but I certainly didn't expect to receive any myself. And how wonderful that you did! As not every day one's daughter is accorded to the honor of crafting such a beloved confectionery. She must be quite the culinarian. That she is. My pride and joy, that girl. What a pleasant surprise this package was. Certainly made my day. I can't thank you enough for bringing it all the way out here like you have. I'll never forget this kindness. I forget their names, but speaking of father and daughter, that brigand crew from Triangle Strategy is pretty fun. I kind of hope that we run into them later on in the story too. Goodness, seems like a bit of an overreaction for being handed some food, doesn't it? That's what Savvy Postman was called customer satisfaction, Kupo. Agreed. There's a lesson to be learned here, Pukti. Joy is not meant to be kept to oneself. It is a feeling that yearns to be shared, and we played a part in bringing him happiness. So it is little wonder that he wished to share his felicity with us. So joy is meant to be shared? Well, when you put it that way, I suppose it's not so foreign a concept. When something makes me smile or laugh, I do tend to talk to my companion's ears off about it, and I'm often made the happier for it. Says the bird. But enough about that. Time's a-wasting. Best be out to our next delivery. The recipient awaits at the Whistling Miller, by the looks of it. The hell is that? Come back. I'm coming. Is that actually it? Yeah, it is. You know, I probably should have figured because there's a giant mill here. Duh. Look at me running through some water like a caveman. Disgusting. Let's see, pardon me, but I have a delivery for you, ma'am. I like how they're all loitering, by the way. For me, it's from one of my dearest companions. And look what they've sent. Pink seashells. Are they not extraordinary? Look at their vibrancy. Ah, and a card. Happy Valentine's Day. How delightful. Shells. Empty ones. You can't even eat those. At least the other fella received chocolate. Pukti, that's an abominably rude. You must forgive our friend here. She is not accustomed to deliveries such as these. There's nothing to forgive, I assure you. I could hardly be upset at receiving a gift like this. And from a loved one I've not seen in quite some time. My friend, you see, is an adventurer in their own right. They enjoy being cryptic, though, and never outright tell me where they have been. Rather, they make me guess by dropping hints in the form of curiosities such as these. What a blessing this parcel is. I was only just wondering how they were faring when their journeys have brought them. Thank you, Miss Postmoogle. You have brightened my day. Love is a mystery indeed, and a funny one at that. It is my pleasure to tell you, Pukti, that love is a many-splendored thing, and we each have our own unique way of expressing it. The friendship between that girl and her adventure companion is a perfect example. That gift, which appeared mere frippery to you, was a treasure in her eyes. Is in La Nosea. Oh, I'm guessing because of the things that they sent? It is often said that no news is good news, but I very much doubt that it'd be the case for those in your line of work. So you mean to say this is her friend's way of telling that young woman that all is well? Their way of massaging any worries she might be harboring about their safety? How fascinating. To be sure, where I was separated from my bird here by expansive seas or vast mountain ranges, I'd like to hear from him from time to time. Perhaps not every day. That would be irksome. Got a couple day rule here. But to know that he's in good health would not be altogether disagreeable, I suppose. We're really gonna find out that that's your only friend is a heckin' bird, huh? Anywho, no sense in losing ourselves in thought. Not when a parcel sits burning a hole in my satchel, Kupo. Our next delivery takes us to Apkalu Falls. Let's away. Let me run. Let me go. Wait a second. Where are you? Should probably be keeping out an eye for any Aethernet crystals here too. What am I even looking at? Your face is just buried in his in her butt. Come on now. Greetings, sir. I have for you here a parcel from one of Ula's preeminent art dealers, Kupo. At last, her earrings, they've arrived. Goodness gracious, how stunning they are. This craftsmanship, this meticulous attention to detail. I couldn't have hoped for a better present for my wife. She'll be over the moon to receive them. Her birthday is coming up, you see, and I wanted to ensure her special day is just that. I've even given Coop's palm a vigorous pat. I hear tell that one touch is enough to bring a couple happiness for all their years to come. Let us hope so. You did well to bring these all the way out here without so much as a scratch on them, you know. I've begun to worry that by the time I receive them, the poor things would be nothing more than a scuffed, dented rocks. You've got a bright future ahead of you in the postal service, friend. Thank you. And he fucking deuced out. Let's go. Now this is odd. There's a flutter in my chest, a tickle in my stomach, Kupo. Have I taken ill? Or do compliments and words of gratitude always elicit this sort of response? Trust me when I say you are not ill, Pukti. That flutter you feel, those ticklish sensations you described, that is fondness, a form of love indeed. And it was made manifest by that man's appreciation for what you provided. Oh, so this love nonsense. Why, it isn't nonsense at all, is it? It's quite wonderful, actually. I liken it to that feeling when my bird and I settled down for an afternoon nap at the 12's Wood. When I tucked myself under his wing and we were all warm in the sunlight breaking through the trees. Well, ain't that precious. Perhaps you haven't mastered the concept entirely, but I do believe we are making strides in the right direction. You certainly seem more attuned to the ways of the heart than when we first made your acquaintance, at any rate. Now that all three parcels have been reached the right hands, let us return to Miketo's amphitheater. No doubt Coop is anxious to know how Pukti fared. Goodbye. Run, you fool. What was it we were gonna get for this again? I actually don't remember. I just wanted to do it because it was Valentine's Day related. What's up? Their heart grew 3 times bigger. Yeah, that was pretty much the same sentiment, huh? Here they are, our agents of affection, our heralds of the heart. Returned at last, and not before time, Kupo. Tell me, how went your deliveries? Splendid, each and every one. Oh shit, I fucked up. Yes, I do believe I did. Love is, well, it's quite a bit more complicated than I first imagined it be. There are hidden depths to it, ones I didn't see before. I may not be an expert on the subject yet, but I would like to think my ignorance is not quite as dire as it once was. You're making progress, certainly. I'm glad of it. And just so long as you did not offend anyone, well, we almost did. I could not ask for more. Anywho, I'm indebted to you, Astrid, Gustav. You're spared at least 3 citizens of the realm from potential cruelty, however unintended it may have been. No, I'm being too harsh. Pukti, you have shown a true concerted effort to understand the labyrinthian complexities of the heart. And as a reward, I am inclined to set you to another task. For in truth, our work is not yet finished. Much more is there to be done this Valentine's Day, Kupo. And when you have the time, speak to me again and I shall tell you more about it. Oh boy. What do you got going on, you? Ooh, what's this? Is that a thing? Post-Moogle barding? Wait. Oh god, is that what the bird was wearing? I don't have a bird! Kukakup is a matter of the heart on his mind. There you are, not a moment too soon. Your unwavering devotion to the ways of ardor and affection, love and romance, courtship and intimacy is both commendable and deeply appreciated. So, to the task of which I spoke, it involves a woman by the name of Alois? who only just posted a parcel with no small amounts of urgency. However, she then returned, begging us to call off his delivery. A highly unusual request, and her eyes, twin pools of sorrow, Kupo. She fled straight away, ere I could even get my bearings, let alone ask what troubles her so. Will you help me seek her out? Okie dokie, I shall do. You are too kind. Now, as for this young woman, she is Ellison of great beauty, and thus should not be an easy one to overlook. Last I saw her, she just made a sharp left at the fork in the road, unless my eyes deceived me. To the left, you say? Well, that lies the Great Loam Growery, if I'm not mistaken. I will accompany you there, Koopla Koop. Oh god, Pookti's coming with us too? You two will look near Nofika's altar. Should you come upon her before we do, come find us at the Growery. Okay, so I gotta go back to the altar. Kingslave, I just... Look at this little darkness! Look at this little goober! Oh! Tiny Noctis. Okay. Hello? Wait, did we get this one? Shit, no I didn't. Fuck, well we might as well get it while we're there. Fly, you fool! Okay, I don't think I can actually jump down there. Wait a second. Wait a moment. There you are. Your girl Toll. Who, me? Yes, I'm Alois. Why do you ask? We got a package, or I should say we're trying to intercept one. Koopa Koop wants to see me, you say? But whatever for? He's beside himself with worry, Koopo. He told us you turned tail and darted off looking dreadfully stricken, downright morose. You can understand his concern, surely. I see. I owe him an apology for worrying him as I have, and an explanation for my frantic flight as well. Kuka still has Keto's amphitheater, correct? I'll go to him at once. Actually, he... Never mind, she's already gone. I suppose I shall go and fetch him, then, shall I? Meet us at the amphitheater, and do hurry. We wouldn't want her to go dashing off again. Why are you... I guess you're just doing it with us. Okay. I was like, she rolled up next to us earlier too, like, huh? Hello. Oh, wait. There's a rock over here. I should probably hit it. Where is it? Did I do this one? Actually, you know what? I did do this one. That's right. Because this is where that other story thing was. Well, I can do the amphitheater, so that works. Woo! Oh, Link Shell. Fancy. Wait, Stormwind? Yo, that's Skyrim as fuck. Really? Wow. Wait a second. There she is. How fortunate. Oh my god, there's so many people here. How fortunate you were to have come across her with such ease. In retrospect, I realized my description was rather subjective. You're not wrong. Alright. Not who I wanted to click on, though. First, let me start by saying how grateful I am that you would think to come and check on me. The truth of the matter is, I've received an offer of marriage. I meant to accept, which is why I came to you initially, Kupka, to see that my reply would be delivered safely. However, as I was writing to tell him yes, I found myself hesitating more than I ought to have been. I began to wonder if I was making a terrible decision, not only for me, but for him as well. The man who seeks my hand of Ishgardian nobility, and goes by the name of Ezomil. At this moment, he is quite ill, and is seeking treatment here in Gridania. I got they zoom in on this pixelated whatever. Oh lord. Do not misunderstand me. I was overjoyed to hear of his devotion. A life spent with him would be a wonderful thing, but I'm no noble. I'm of the most common stock, no more special than a weed underfoot. I wasn't raised with an aristocratic manner of a future wife of his requires. Who am I to marry into nobility? I must destroy my previous missive and pen a new letter, one telling them that I cannot go through with it. But that one I'll hand deliver. I won't have an emissary of love delivering such ill tidings. Now, I don't pretend to be an expert in the ways of the heart, but isn't love the desire to be with someone forever and on? The desire for a trusted partner in this world, someone with whom you can share your joys and your woes. If you care for him, be with him. Wouldn't it upset you to do anything but? It certainly seems to have. I may not have much experience with this, but I know where I and my chocobo were to be separated, I wouldn't like it. Not one bit. I don't believe giving up is the solution, Kupo. Verily, I myself of Ishgardian nobility can thus speak to the place of authority. Each of our houses has its own traditions. It is our titles that connect us, not our principles. Before making your decision, seek the counsel of your beloved and learn of his family values. I could not agree more. After all, if it doubts your harbor, not a lack of affection. If you believe his heart to be yours entire, then trust that he will listen to your troubles, and that he can solve them together. Why not send one more letter? Explain what it is that vexes you. Her mouth is so weird. Why is it like... what the hell? Yes, I see your point. It's unfair of me to hide my feelings like this. He's owed my honesty, but how does one even write such a letter? I wouldn't know where to begin. Oh god, we gotta make it up for her. Perhaps you should explain your apprehension about fulfilling your duties as a wife to a man of a great house. Make it clear that, should you decide to join his social you would require time to study, learn, and train before you are comfortable. A word of warning, though. To compromise the very woman you are in order to bend to the rigors of nobility may leave you jaded, haggard, and altogether infuriated. Thus I suggest you first inquire into whether his family is capable of accepting you as you are. Why not simply write down all your worries? I don't fancy myself a poet of passions or what have you, but there's something to be said about getting everything out in the open. All of these ideas have a great deal of merit, and each have given due consideration. What say you? Which of these notions has struck a chord with you? Just dump it all. Just dump it all. Barf it all up. Screw it. We're at the negotiating stage any damn way. Thank you for your insight, everyone. I believe I know what I must do now. Then let us fetch your parchment, quill, and ink. Fortunate that you have us, you know, for we emissaries are never far from instruments of the post. Why, I shall even provide you with Valentine's Day themed stationery. You know what? Admittedly, all of this, considering our time with other RPGs and Yakuza in general when it comes to subquests, is pretty much just up our alley. Even if it's not quite as ridiculous most of the time. There, it's done. Now all that's left is for him to read it. My darling is likely to in the gentry's ward. I know he enjoys sitting in solitude on a bench not far from the gates. He'll be there like as not. And that's where we shall try first. We'll be back with his response as soon as we're able. Tally ho, bird! Love work awaits! Hey you. Wait, what do you want? Oh dear, I'm so fidgety. I just can't sit still for nerves. No, I can't take this any longer. I refuse to stand idly by while my future is decided without me. Why did you even want a letter, lady? What the? You should have just fucking went there. That does it. I'm going to the Gentry Wards this instant. Your girl's got some legs on her, apparently. Louise, you can't. And she's gone. Just always booking it. Our duty as emissaries of love as affection demands that we see that Lovelorn last through this trying time. I shall meet you at the gates of the Gentry's Ward. Oh, there he goes. I'm coming! Speak with Alois yet again. I like how even the game's like, geez. Where the hell are we? Can I just go this way? Oh god. She, what are you doing? Spiker had a reaction to that story? Oh god. Is it in the Discord? But I showed him the setup. Ah, I see. Let me try to grab this real quick. Did I hit this one for the Lancers Guild? No, DMs. Okay. Oh, I see. Fair enough. There we go. It's pretty dumb basic, but it's doable. Yeah. Keeping it simple, especially for things that aren't like heavily objective based, is probably for the best anyway. Like we're going from a simple battle right into a target shuffle as it is. 21k HP, yep, pretty hefty. I'm sorry to have run off again like that, but I just couldn't wait around twiddling my thumbs for another moment more. So she's just gonna spy on him instead. We have a letter from one Miss Alois herself, Kupo. A missive from my love? Thank you kindly, Postmuggles. Look at all this text barf. What the hell, lady? Durham. Perhaps it's not my place, but if I may... Alois thinks a great deal of you. We watched her as she wrote your letter you now hold. We can see plain as day how much she cares for you. If there's a love to be found in this world, it's there. In every word she has put to that page. The heart and its intricacies aren't my forte, I admit. But if you're even half as much affection for her as she has for you, then what you two share is something wondrous. I only hope that you can both weather whatever troubles come your way. The heart isn't my forte indeed. For one who claims such a thing, you show remarkable persuasion. Oh my god. Perspicacity? In the matter. You're quite a change from the Moogle I once knew. Color me impressed, Kupo. You're good to concern yourselves over my Eloise's affairs. Your kindness does a good deal of credit. Oh, meanwhile, yeah, she's not hiding. It's too obvious. Big old girl in a yellow-ass dress. I shall have my response this instant. Can I trust that you will deliver it straight to her once I've finished? We serve at your pleasure. Your trust is not misplaced in us, good sir. Did you hear that? He's going to reply. We should return to Miketo's amphitheater at once. I don't want to be here when he sent our Postmiggle friends all the way back there. Yes, it would be rather awkward if his letter had no recipient. Let us explain the situation to Lisette and wait for Pukti and Kupta's delivery. Wait, is there a thing here? What does this open up to? Nothing is the answer. The district beyond is home to our distinguished Gridanians. Commoners may not enter. That includes you, adventurer. Go back to whence you came, or I'll be forced to remind you of your place. Well, damn. Fuck me, I guess. Is this like a residential district, or is that just something else that we just aren't access to right now? Human exchange. Quarrels? Wait, quarrels with squirrels? What the? I love that the actual, like, quest page for this didn't even say, it just said it was in Gridania and it had, coordinates. I don't think it actually said where it was. What is that? That's probably spoilers, technically. Still really cool, though. Oh, it's an little Alexander! Oh. That's neat. Those little pistons in his butt. Yeah. That's what they look like in this. Big old robo. Wait, what the fuck? Real talk, I thought I heard someone hollering. Like, what? Our eminent emissary of adoration and affection is with us once more! And now that we have assembled, we've only to wait for the custodians of Ezomil's reply. I feel sick to my stomach. What if I've angered him? What if he calls out the whole engagement? Sweating bullets. And also probably sweating because you've been running back and forth like a crazy person. We've returned, in which your beloveds painstakingly penned post and paw. Pukti Pico, I was drawn to your advice in particular. I wrote down all my worries, concerns, and questions in clear and concise fashion, and he responded with, well, some confusion it seems. Although now, at least, he's aware of what troubles me, and for what he says, he is grateful. He's very sweet here, you see. He tells me that together we will go down this list of mine and solve one problem at a time. Where we live now and how we will... Where we live and how we will be up to us to decide, not his family. I have come to ensure my letter has reached you, and to see if you read it yet. After all, you did the same to me. It would be most unkind to not return the favor, no? Oh gods, how embarrassing. You caught me spying on you, didn't you? You were embarrassed? For what, pray? I found it endearing, my darling. These companions of yours, they did assist you in your writing to me? Then we are in your debt. Aw, well, ain't that sweet. Eloise, my love, what say you to tea in the Carolyn Canopy? There we can discuss our future, a conversation which is long overdue, I should think. Thank you, my friends. Where would I have been without your help? And I promise yours will be the first invitations we post once we settled it all and settled on a day. Ah. That'd be kind of cool if they actually followed up with that. Goodness gracious me, do my eyes deceive me? Pukti Pico, your palm! Oh! Why, it's adopted the very shape of the season, and it's lovely beyond compare, Kupo. And 'tis much a muchness with mine. Or so I flatter myself to think. Can't rightly explain it, but seeing those two together brought a flutter to my chest and a spring in my wings. And the next thing I knew, my palm began to tingle with the most peculiar of ways. Keep that part to yourself. It's just such a marvelous thing to know that we had a hand in ushering in Eslamiel and Alois's story into its next chapter. And to think it was all performed strictly through the art of the post. Affectionate missives are more than just silly folderol. I assume them to be. I see now that they show what's in our hearts and like nothing else can. And we emissaries are their trusted custodians. That we are, Pukti. Only do remember that letters require more than just love. They also need names and addresses. And speaking of names, perhaps you might bestow upon a certain chocobo? Think of it as a show of not only kindness, but of love, too. A show of love, you say? I suppose you're right. I was never able to recall the names given by my Moogle acquaintances, but I bet I could arrive at something that actually sticks. It will give it some thought. Make sure I've done the bird justice. Ah, I love bird. My once foolish fledgling has wings of her own at last. How proud I am to see you soar. You're a credit to the emissaries of ardor and affection with your heart-shaped palm. It is my most sincere honor that you have you among our ranks, and I pray that you will continue this most revered work. I would love nothing more, Kipo. What joy to be blessed with so many couriers, and in this season of sublimity no less. 'Tis heartening indeed to watch our numbers grow and grow, from which so many we can assure that the ardor and affection accompanied all the fair creatures of the realm, wherever the journeys take them. She's saying all that, but I'm not doing that. I got a barding. For a bird I don't got. Well, shit. Now it's time to go get a bird. What's that? Wait, let me look at it. Sounds pretty fun. Got a little bit of brain mush towards the end with the reading, but that's alright. I don't know what, like, outfits I'm gonna decide on later with the, enchantments and stuff that I got. What's up with you? Is this a repeatable? Huh. Battered letters. 50 Pico appears to be beset with troubles. Prismatic heart. Peculiar contraption creates illusions by weaving together myriad shades of light. Reduce the left side of the heart. The right side of the heart. Is it like some sort of effect, I guess? Eh, we'll see what it is. I knew you would come. You're a marvelously convenient talent for appearing when you're in need, don't you? Anywho, trouble's afoot. Word has spread of our previous endeavors and under normal circumstances would be cause for celebration, but not so today. We've been inundated with letters from across the realm, entreating our aid with all manners of vexations. Our fellows have left me here alone to field these pleas, but I can't see to all of these myself. Please, won't you assist me in bringing succor to the hearts of the weary? I made a tiny little list of those who need to have written to us. No need to see the troubles in any particular order, mind you. Just try not to let a request slip through the cracks, yes? Oh lord. Oh god, there's a list! I wasn't kidding. Nameless adventurer, emissary of penned passions. That's not the one we just did, right? Okay, no. You would see what plagues my heart? Wait, oh, okay. You are far too goodly, Gustav. I confess that Alois's joyful union touched me in a way most unexpected. It sparked within me jealousy of all things, for in her happiness I saw reflected my own desires. Yes, 'tis true, I am here to speak of my own beloved, the man with whom I wish to spend all my days and nights, the very gentleman to whom I am betrothed, One Sir Hortfins? Or the festivities have run us both off our feet, leaving us not a spare moment while away together as once we did. It vexes me terrible, yet I cannot speak of it to him. I would flush like a schoolgirl and tie my tongue into knots instead. I mean to pour my woes into parchment. Oh, this explains a great deal. At first I couldn't understand what was upsetting you so, but now it's all clear as crystal to me. Right then, on to this letter. First, what style should she write it in? Fill it with prolix paragraphs and poems, as is her wont. Keep it simple and straightforward. I mean, if they're pressed for time, then probably. And how should she word her vexations? Forthrightly. Be coy about them. Nah, forthrightly. We're going in, boys! There, 'tis done. For better or worse, the missive is penned. And all that remains is its delivery, which I will attend to right away. I'm gonna find out that that was the wrong thing to do. I also just realized that she has entire fucking mittens on her hands. What the fuck? Goodness me, no sooner had Sir Hortenfence read your letter than he made a beeline to the nearest door to race to your side. Lisette, it is all I could do to keep him from stampeding through the streets. A small miracle he had the presence of mind to even hold a pen. You fucking just picked up this little shit and chucked it like a football, like, let's go! It says you've been fretting over the same things as I have. In which case, why not come to me sooner? Honestly. He also writes that we shall sit down with a proper meal once Valentine's Day has come to and gone. So I suppose there's no sense in holding it over his head. Although I ought to. Well, that settles my affairs. I should say my deepest, most sincere gratitude for your help. You conducted yourself with the diligence and sagacity befitting an emissary of affection. Now go forth and bestow your romantic wisdom upon those in need. I wonder if they're all gonna be like that. I also just look at the stream time. Shit. There's more of these though. Your assistance has proven positively indispensable. If you the time and inclination do come by again, there's always more to be done after all. Oh, we just get them. Yay. I'm a little curious just because I'm assuming the list just kind of gets ticked down. Back again, I see. The heavy-hearted of the realm will rest easy knowing that you're on the case. Now then, which of these distraught Eorzeans will you assist this time? Give me that list. When did we hit 25? When did that happen? Nameless adventurer, Winsome Pajal. The one who dreams of the wider world. On second thought, perhaps. Damn. Alright, nameless adventurer then. We of the Adventurers Guild seek to post a letter to our guildmaster, Mother Mion. Oh, there's a mama here too, that's right. Though we yet an untrained and unblooded passel of adventurers, it still grieves us tremendously to admit that we sought her aid and tasked with bungled not several nights gone. Yeah, fucked up. We fear this blunder of ours will lower us in her estimation so abominably that we may never work again. We are determined to set this all to rights. But the question is how? What words will move Mother Mion so that she will not see us as lumbering dolts who stepped in it? Bunch of dummies. Oh, that's a pickle. Count yourself lucky though, for you're in the presence of a renowned adventurer who most assuredly understands well the problem you face. So, what advice would you impart to our flustered friends? Show contrition and gratitude in equal measure. Tell her that barring this gaffe, your sensational adventures. Alright, she's not gonna take your word for it. What would convince this Mother Mion to provide them with more work? Failure as a novice learning tool, you would do anything to make up for your previous mishap. That might get them in trouble. But we'll see what happens here. Anything you say. You gotta throw yourself before the court. 'Tis writ at last. Then I shall see it to its safe and expedient delivery. Let's see what happened. Pardon my tardiness. Mion was kind enough to set out a tea for me, and I could hardly refuse such an offer. It warmed my heart to see such... Oh my god, the hell? Munificence? Ow. And now that I reflect on it, such hospitality too is one form of love, isn't it? But I digress. What is Mion writes? Though she commends us on our ambitions and zeal, she worries that we put our lives at risk by attempting tasks which exceed our abilities. I cannot deny the truth in what she says. Well, undecided circumception shall be our watchword going forward. You were wise to advise us as you did. I thank you for your help. Your senses have proven positively indispensable. If you, the time and inclination do come by again, yada yada. Give me those. Give it to me. I think we got like 2 more. Yes. The Winsome Pajal. Look at this little gremlin. Look at these little moogles. What's happening? Rhea Osena. Fancy seeing you here, and fancier still that you're the one to assist me. My conundrum is that, as ever, my brother and I are concerned with Kane's well-being. Oh, this is awkward. Technically, we should probably know who that is. I know who she's talking about, but we don't know who Raya is. We haven't actually run into her yet. We thought to write her, but I know not what to say, as Auron has lifted not a digit to help. I would ask her to be mindful of her health, but that does not sound rather fussy? Even more so when couched in dearest sister and formal prose. Though I suppose Kane is both formal and fussy herself. What is more, I haven't much practice in the ways of penning properly worded missives. My sister, as I mentioned, is a touch on the fussy side, and holds manners and decorum in high regard. Little doubt she will read my words with a rather critical eye. You speak of Kanesena, the elder seed seer? She is revered among our kind. So to think that it would soon be delivering a letter to her, what an honor! But enough about me. We're here for Raya Osena, Gustav. How do you think she should go about this? No need to stand on ceremony. Be frank with your concern. Show that you're serious by observing proper letter writing etiquette. I mean, both seem fine. I get the feeling we can't really go wrong with this, but still. They are siblings, I guess. But also, yeah, give it some effort. Very well, but who should we say this letter is from? Raya Osena may be one composing it, but it was both her and her brother who meant to ask her well-being. Seems say it to be from the person who wrote it. It should be from both her and her brother. Yeah, screw it. Just include them. Here, I have finished. Might I entrust this delivery to you? Why, of course, and away I go, Kupo. The dark and dreary night. Oh, with the weird heart fountains. The elder Seetsier is a wonderful woman, as many have said. She saw how nervous I was and put me at ease immediately. Your sister is lovely indeed. Yes, great. Enough about her. Even though this is about her. I am glad to hear it. Let us see how she replies. She applauds me for the maturity I show in writing her, and says that as an older sister, she could not be more proud. What a curious response. I ask her to watch her health, and she commends me on my maturity? Huh. Strange as this answer is, it seems our words of worry have gotten through to her. Thankfully. Though I was initially reluctant, I am glad that we wrote her. My heart is lighter knowing she is well. Your assistance in these family matters is much appreciated. Look at these little mooglies. Oh. Okay. One more. Give me these. What the hell am I even gonna do with these? I guess technically you could go and do like the different versions of these and like mix and match them just for extras and whatever, but no. The one who dreams of the wider world. Who the hell are you? Aline. Greetings, sir. My name's Aline, and it is an honor to meet one such as yourself. For you see, I have dreams of becoming an adventurer too. Oh, to think of all that you've seen, all the lands that you've walked. How incredible. Maybe if I was a couple expansions in, but right now, not so much. But as for why I'm here today, well, I want to write a letter to Kupka Koop to thank him for his support. Whenever I feel low, like I want to give up on my dream of seeing the world, Kupka is there to help for me to lift my spirits. A message for Kupka Koop, huh? So, Gustav, how do you think she should start it? Urgent to take time for herself during this busy season. Yeah, no need to nag. He already knows. Now should she finish the letter? There you go. More adventure! I'm taking your words to heart. I only hope that this letter is enough to show Kupka how much he means to me. I'll make sure it reaches the right hands, or paws rather. Let me just turn around. He's probably right here. Hello. If only you could have seen the look on Kupka's face when I told him who had written him. He couldn't stop twirling around in the air. It was adorable, but don't tell him I said that. He was so touched, he managed to find time between his many deliveries to craft a reply, which I have here. There you go. Yes. This invisible letter that suddenly appears. He really was happy to receive my letter, wasn't he? Oh lord. He tells me he can feel my gratitude and love for him in every word I wrote. As wonderful as it is to talk with him in person, correspondence like this can be rather fun too. I am more motivated than ever to continue my training now. Thank you so much for the advice on my letter, and thank you, Putki Pico, for delivering it to Kupka. And the way the wee adventuring gremlin goes. Give me my fucking whatever these are. Yes! I am the ultimate Valentine person. I don't think there's anything else here. Yeah, the quest outside the door is something else. How lovely it is that you taught Putki Pico the meaning of love. I dare say you find yourself exhilarated and eager for more. Maybe I do. Not the point, though. Let me... hold on. Where is it? Left and right, right? Let me... bleh. Okay. Ah, I see. That's kind of neat. That's cute, though. I think I get it. That's cool. Got a lot of them, too. Oh, shit. How do I take these off? Nope. Fuck. Alright. Well, that wraps up the Valentine's Day event for now. I might try to do some of the quests around here when we come back. But that is all she wrote because we need to get into Gundam. It is like the middle of the night right now. We went for almost 4 hours and this game is dangerous. It's fun, but it's dangerous. So until next time, this is goodbye to you two people. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Happy Valentine's Day!